The reason why this food didn't pop, you should start recording this. The reason why this food didn't pop is because niggas that didn't know how to make shit pop had his career.
DJ K-Slay.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're a name, he's a name, but you're controlling his career and everything like that. Joe Budden didn't want to pop anymore. Alright? Joe Budden had a fucking number one, I don't know if it was number one single.
Pump It Up was a huge thing.
And it was a Just Blaze fucking beat. This shit was everywhere. He had a video budget and everything like that. He was light skinned. And this nigga could rap.
But he don't want to make the kind of music.
Exactly.
And remember, he did it for Little Saint in that movie.
Ah, yes.
That was in that movie. That was in that movie.
I bet. He did do it for Little Saint. But yeah, he didn't want to. It's like
I think I'm not in the frame, but he had too much pent up light skin anger.
No, I'm just saying, like, we're not discussing Joe Budden. I was just saying,
you're right.
Somebody had his career. Wasn't he like, somebody had his career, but they were also driven by an AR and a whole fucking team, right? That knew how to make music and shit like that.
I followed his career, and it really suffered from delays.
Mm-hmm.
And like when he was like really popping from the mixtapes, like his album should have dropped.
Yeah.
And then it came out like 5 years later.
Yeah. But there was actually a machine driving it. It's like the machine that was driving Papoose shit was
a Model T.
Yeah. Well, that'd be different. But you can see, like, especially back then when the music wasn't straight to thing. This wasn't like, again, it's like, but people wouldn't. Cats were doing mixtapes back then, real mixtapes and shit like that. It was like mixtape, wait till the iron's hot, then strike and shit like that. But that guy didn't, like, yeah, you're one of the best, but it's like somebody wasn't popping. You needed to be a little bit pop back then to blow the fuck up.
I think there's a lane for everybody, even if you're not like pop. You can be like that just straight bars kind of dude.
Mm-hmm. But them dudes, like, we're talking about 2000s. We were all in the club with button-up shirts. We just started wearing our regular size pants. All right, baggy was still the thing at Old Navy.
Yeah, I'd put away my Beyond baggy from Anchor Blue at that point.
I'm just saying. So it's like
Beyond baggy.
Yeah, that's the shit. So it's like
did it all for the nookie.
Yeah. Ooh, now what? Come on, bro. Now you're crossing over. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, there was a different time back then. Like, now it's everybody. Like, when Jeezy came out, bro, young Jeezy came out, So Icy, I don't think about So Icy. He had the mixtapes, the Gangsta Grills and everything like that. He didn't make pop music. His shit just slapped. And he was one of the first persons to do that. He had commercial success, and he didn't put commercial music out there. The shit just slapped. Everything, every big hit he had, he's talking about selling coke. Alright? Coke. Super Freak? Coke. White Girl? Coke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, Metro Boomin's new album is great, because Gucci's on the first song.
I mean,
it's really good.
I love the resurgence of Gucci, bro.
He's back. He never left.
He's not back. It's just
like he never left. That's it.
I think he's somebody gave him an evolution style. He went from Fat Gucci to Slim Gucci.
It's Gucci 2000
No,
now.
you know what? We just appreciated Gucci more. I still hate So Icy. I hate that song. But
it's not a good song.
Alright.
Hot take, yeah. Alright, welcome to hashtag All Podcasts Matter presents.
Oh, just a regular ass movie review.
This week we're reviewing a World War II movie, Overlord.
Yeah, Nazis. And
if you listened to the show before, if you're a new listener, if you're an old listener, you probably already know that we are really tired of World War II movies.
And we mean even fictional World War II movies. We're not looking at anybody in particular. But even fictional war movies are like kind of like, yeah, we get it. America was so great back then, but black people were still niggers when they came back. We were so great. We saved the world. Whoopee.
But if you want to tell me that there might be zombies,
whoa! Super Soldier Serum is going on in this bitch.
Then that changes the story completely.
Yeah. So, yeah, I saw this thing, and they build up the hype later. But when I first saw this, I was like, does anybody know about this movie? I saw 80 on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, wait, this movie's good? What the hell's going just wanted to see a zombie movie with black guy.
I know. I'm like, wait, a black lead, zombies, World War II. Okay, you can take my money on a Friday night.
And he's the lead, so he's gonna survive. That's good. I didn't know they were gonna throw black bodies in there just to meet their quota.
No, they did. They're like, sorry, look, a black person has to die. It's a horror movie.
Exactly. Has to die and shit. They died. Yeah. And this brought back one of the greatest. I mean, one of our collective favorite tropes, man. Life is going too good.
Things are going fantastic. Also, this movie did it in a creative way. Like, it was going fantastic for him. He had a family back home, and he's creative. Mm-hmm. We could relate to it.
It was like it's like somebody watched Black Dynamite right before they did it. It's like, yeah, show us picture. That was a scene from Black Dynamite. Alright, so we saw Overlord. I can't tell you anybody that's in this movie except for Bokeem Woodbine.
Same here. Mm-hmm. I'm like, these people are actors.
We're terrible at this movie critic shit.
No, they're not big people. But no, what we did, you mentioned what we did before. We did our research a little bit before we came in. Wait. Right. Let me prove your argument, because you said you looked on Rotten Tomatoes, critics like it.
I glanced at that shit.
No, I saw it too, and I checked the runtime, so I knew it was under 2 hours before we went in. That meant that the likelihood that I would like this movie went up exponentially.
Mm-hmm. The thing about it is, we was gonna see it. This is like in a movie, and we were gonna watch it, and we probably thought it was gonna be. I didn't have any expectations for this movie, but then I was like, oh shit, yeah.
The basic plot is pretty simple. Some soldiers have to go blow up a church because there's a radio jamming signal in it, so the planes can't communicate with soldiers on the beach.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Bokeem Woodbine is the sergeant.
He has an accent.
He does have an accent, and it's always good to see Bokeem Woodbine. It's kind of, we're living in the Bokeem Renaissance.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
I haven't seen him in forever.
He's in Fargo. He's in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He's back now. He's back, baby, and he's in Total Recall. That's a lot of Bokeem.
That was movie like 4 years ago.
I know, but that's 4 Bokeem things.
Oh, this guy's the shit. I mean, he's doing stuff. He was in Fences. I don't know if he's the main character in Fences.
I think Denzel Washington was the main character.
He had a son, and that was the whole thing about Fences.
To look it up right now, we're doing the show.
Yeah. He's also in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. He's in 8 episodes. Oh, he was in the Central Park 5 miniseries coming up. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I'm glad you looked it up right now.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So we get there, and it's that
Of course, they have the typical bonding scene on the plane while they're flying to France.
And everybody's like, man, when we get down to the ground, we're going to do all this stuff, and we're going to go home and have beers, and racism is going to be over. Spoiler
alert. I appreciate this movie for not saying the N-word.
Yeah. It wasn't directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, and I just appreciate every time I see a movie where they don't say the N-word, where like the opportunity could come up.
Yeah, and it could, but it's like it really was no need for this.
They didn't need it, and just thanks.
And it probably wouldn't have been in there. They had a black sergeant.
Yeah, you know what? It would have been time. It could have been appropriate for the time, and they just chose not to. Mm-hmm. So, kudos.
So we get in there, and they're flying over all the ocean, and they're kind of letting everybody know, well, we're going in there. Everything. Bokeem's giving a great pep talk, and I knew he was gonna die as soon as I saw Bokeem was on the screen. Like my face lit up, and I was like that Fry gif, like when they said snoozes to death, and I was like, because I saw Bokeem move, I was like, oh yeah. Wait, you're not in the credits.
No, I'm like, you telling me you have a secret Bokeem Woodbine who's not in the trailer? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. And so it gives the thing while they're there to kill Nazis, and Nazi business is good. He has a nice accent. He's bald. He's looking good for 40-something.
He's taking care of himself.
Yeah.
He must be juicy.
Straight Jack and save Bad Creed. Straight Jack and save Bad Creed. Oh man. In 2 weeks.
We referenced the movie quite a bit. Yeah. Pretty like natural too. Yeah. All natural.
And so he was like, they give the whatever, and they fall asleep, and then
they're like, well, you know what? Things are pretty good. I guess we should get comfortable and just talk about the mission.
Yeah.
And then shit hits the fan.
They work up to booms and their shakes moving, and my favorite part is, so they're what could be mistaken as turbulence the first 2 times, then they realize, oh shit, those bombs. Everybody's still fucking calm. There's bombs going off in there. Like, oh, y'all just everybody's cool.
Well, the captain tells him to relax. Everybody stays seated, and then bullets start flying through the plane.
Yeah.
And it looks dope.
Yeah, I like that little red flash. I've never seen a bullet go past my face, but if I don't see a red flash, I'm like, hey, what are you guys shooting? They got invisible bullets, nigga.
You got to put tracers on them in movies, so you know the bullets are coming through.
In which, like, we really would see them. No, they're not fast in the eye, but it's like you don't have to put lasers on the motherfucker. This isn't G.I. Joe.
No, it looks cool though.
Yeah, it does. It looks cool as shit.
No, Nazi bullets had tracers on them.
Oh, okay.
That's how you can tell.
Yeah, it's like a war glow sticks.
Yeah, they're like Cobra.
After the G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, that was a whole metaphor for World War II. It was America versus the Germans.
It's your think piece?
Yeah.
About how Nicki Minaj is the best rapper? So better than Kendrick and J. Cole?
Yep, it's my think piece.
Yeah? You trying to...
Shout out to Complex, the new Source magazine.
No, don't you put that even on Source. Remember, Source didn't get fucked up until...
But Zeno gave himself 5 mics.
Yeah, exactly. Until Zeno wanted to be fucking... Till Hangman 3 wasn't nobody was looking for it.
We're gonna rock the party.
Yeah. It slapped.
That song was terrible.
It slapped. Alright? It was in the club, alright? Were you even in the club?
Yes, I was.
Alright.
I was socially awkward in the club.
Yeah. I was drunk.
No, I got drunk. I did stuff.
Yeah. That's why people was like, oh, I don't need alcohol to have fun. So? Fuck you, bitch. Like, I don't know.
Like, just so you know, I don't think you needed to have fun, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. I'd rather be in the gym on a Saturday. Okay, nigga, so what? What the fuck are you if you're not in the gym to be sexy for the club, why are you in the gym? Like, for your health, fuck that. You're gonna die anyway. From California air this week. Anyway, we're still on the plane. Shots started letting off, and everybody in the shit's green. Everybody in the shit this is their first action. This is a fucked up first action.
No, only two of them are green.
They're all green. Understand this because they were talking about basic training there, and they were all in the same basic training. And but only 2 of them are not green. They're sergeant and then the nigga in the corner. But everybody else is green.
And there's also a cameraman there.
Yeah, he's green as fuck. That's Fitz from what's the name. And I couldn't put the whole movie. I'm watching like, why do I know him? But he wasn't speaking in British. And because the whole mouse thing, they told the story anyway. And he was like, man. So their other plan was like, man, when we get down there, we're gonna do stuff. We're gonna be friends. There was 2 of those actually.
Oh, I did.
Oh, he survived. All right, cool.
He did.
Spoiler alert.
We meet our main character, Ed Boyce. He's the black lead, and the other soldiers kind of make fun of him because he didn't kill a mouse in the previous one.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, but he has a. We're just established earlier that he's a guy with a heart.
Well, you didn't really need to kill him anyway. So his other white friend, some Jewish guy, was like, man, me and you, buddy, till the end. I can do this all day. You're my Bucky, I'm your Steve. And then, of course, the bullets start flying, the plane starts jumping up, and there's a cool scene where people are not making it off the plane. Everybody's dead, and everybody's still fucking calm.
The scene where he jumps out of the plane looks really cool.
Oh, yeah, that's where they spent all the money.
Oh, they definitely did.
Yeah, it was like, no, we got to suck them in right now. Like they were going to leave.
I know, I was about to.
It's like, you guys have 20 minutes and ain't nobody's... He lands in water. He cuts himself off the parachute in water.
And you kind of hear like the music from Mario 3 when you're about to drown, but then he just makes it spit out.
No, I'm thinking Sonic.
Hey, either one works. It's fine.
Yeah, I got the joke. So he gets up. He has some good swimming.
Oh, he's a fantastic swimmer. This movie subverts all black stereotypes. So kudos.
So he gets on the line and he takes his breath, and then the chopper starts chopping again. So he runs in the woods.
That's another thing I like about this movie is that it tells you to like never relax, never.
But he got to relax. As soon as he got behind a tree, there was like, oh goddamn, he's gone. We're not going that way.
I mean, he's across water.
Yeah, like what the fuck we're gonna do?
No, the Germans are also vampires. They can't cross bodies of water.
So that is why to Castlevania.
Yep. I finished it. It was great.
Oh, you watch anime? I don't know. I write that down.
You have to follow us all week on Twitter to get some of the jokes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 360 show, all right?
It's an immersive experience.
You got to do it. It's everywhere. It's Twitter. Actually, no, it's only Twitter. Twitter is a show. It's like Twitter's like those when the show happened. Yeah. So anyway, he gets in the water.
But I'm glad that people enjoy our fiery interactions. Because it kind of seems like we hate each other, but we're good friends.
Yeah, I was annoyed.
I was annoyed too.
Yeah. Oh no, my comeback was amazing. That's why you were annoyed.
I was trying to give you a general comment.
No, that wasn't a general comment. Anyway, we're talking about that in another show. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
It was just no stories. Just talking about that. Stop it, Shock. Because we still just hit the water.
Okay, so Ed had just hit run for cover. He was under heavy fire from the Germans.
Z Germans.
And he.
You see Snatch? Oh, say word.
I love the movie.
Oh, let me write that down about you.
You like Dex? Yeah. And he's running around trying to find his other troop mates. And he sees
Pink loud as fuck, stepping on every twig. Cell phone goes off.
And he finds Bokeem, and he's about to run up to him like, "Hey, Bokeem."
No, he finds Bokeem being surrounded by 10 Germans with automatic weapons, and you can tell they're automatic weapons because they look like automatic weapons.
They sure did. He's like, "You know what? I'm a good soldier and a friend. I'm gonna help you."
And he's black. He's like, "No, we're both dying."
but the corporal saves him and says, "You know what? He's already dead. Remember the mission."
And he really had an existential crisis with it. He was like, "Nigga, it was 10 of them."
He's like,
and I seen the way you hold your fucking rifle.
He's like, we all would have died.
Somehow you would have got me killed. They would have did their due diligence after the kill. Like, maybe there's more.
Yeah, they were gonna fire into the woods like in Predator.
Bokeem died in badass fashion. He asked for a cigarette, and he said, "None of you." Pretty sure you used some kind of slur that probably wasn't cool.
I'm not. He did say it. I'm not sure if we can say it, so I'm not gonna say it.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna say it. No.
But you put it on hot dogs.
Yeah. Oh, anyway. oh, Krauts. Oh no, I thought he said something else. You can say Krauts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's bad, but I mean, German Twitter can cancel it. You can cancel up German Twitter.
Worship Heiss on podcast.
And we probably have two people with, I know there's like 2 people in Germany listen right now, and if they're not cracking the fuck up, I don't know why they're listening to us. Like, when did we turn our attention to Germany to actually talk to y'all? Oh man, show's over. That was the best show ever.
Shout out to y'all German listeners. We appreciate you.
We love y'all. I want to go there one day.
We appreciate both of you.
I like in Germany to like going to the south. I'm gonna visit one day, but I'm gonna stay on the lit fucking roads. All right. I believe the city's beautiful, and I don't believe most of y'all is racist, but I'm not going down an alley.
Hey, wherever they serve the finest of Danishes, you can find it there.
Yeah. But not off the beaten path.
That's right.
It's like, oh, that light bulb's out. It was like, oh, it just went out. Like, no.
So shortly after. All the troops are reunited, and there's about
not all of them.
There's
5.
about 5 people in the group.
Yeah.
Well, the 5 remaining guys.
Yeah, there's one Italian guy,
and we kind of everybody like lets us know what archetype they are. Italian, he's also a jerk.
Yeah. A green guy, Fitz from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he's a camera guy, and he looks like he has no military training, and we see that later. Corporal, he's from somewhere, I don't know where he is. Ruggedly handsome. He's like Chris Pine handsome.
He's regular handsome.
Yeah, like he can still mob it, but it's like he can steal Thors.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to be into you.
He's
DC handsome.
He's regular. He's extraordinarily handsome, but not like movie handsome.
Yeah, like he regular handsome. Like if he was a country singer, he's the handsomest man in the world.
Damn, that's fucked up to compare him to Blake Shelton. That's fucked up.
This is gonna be a great show, bro. Hey, tune in. We gotta tweet this right now. The Overlord review is gonna be fire. Anyway.
That man is smugly.
Hey, bro.
Check me out, my Wranglers.
He's not even fucking Blake Shelton is not even Brett Favre handsome. And he sends picture of his dick. All right, you know how handsome you are to send dick pics unsolicited. All right,
that's true. To a reporter of all people.
It's like
she's what? Like, oh, news story.
Brett she was like, she could have been like. I do want this, but this gets reporting this.
I mean, it is a good story. Brett Favre's dick goes long.
Oh, I have a good one. Damn, out of it. Oh man, it's a good show.
I've had just the right amount of coffee.
Yeah.
So the soldiers are walking through a field, if you would say.
Yeah, and then again they brought back a classic movie trope. It felt good. It was like an old friend coming back.
No, this part of the movie, I'm like, oh, this is like a warm blanket. I'm so comfortable.
And I wasn't realizing what was happening right now. I was like, man, there's 2 black people in this movie. And I was like, man, this is gonna be a good movie. We got 2 black people. And then he starts talking. He's like, oh yeah, man, that's something I'd write down in my book. I was like, oh wait, what?
Like, wait a minute. Like, wait, you're writing a book?
They was like, oh, you're writing a book? And he was like, yeah, my thing, my creative thing. Oh yeah, my mom back home, she's a real nice lady. She makes books for the cookbooks for the church. I was like, oh no, bro, shut up, no, stop.
He's like, yeah, I figured I could just write a book about my experiences, and maybe you, photographer, maybe you could put.
When we get back to the States.
Yeah, when we get back, everything's gonna be just fine.
And racism's gonna be over.
Yep.
Click, click, boom.
And he explodes without any warning. He explodes like into oblivion.
The warning was.
Yeah.
he pulled out his book.
Yeah, it was pretty alarming. I like this movie. Like from that point, I'm having a good time.
Yeah. And so like our lead character, his head's rigging and shit, and this is the second time he's watched somebody just die right. Actually, the 15th time, but like right in front of somebody.
The 15th time in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah. But this is like someone he actually had a speaking role in the movie dies. Yeah. And so he was like, ah, damn, he has a speaking role. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. And he's like, soldier, get your fucking head on the swivel.
Corporal, walk to me in a fucking line.
I was like, it's funny. He was like, look, bro, use your fucking bayonet to tap the ground. If you feel something hard, that's a fucking mine. Go around it.
But don't tap too hard, or else you'll explode.
How hard is too hard? Nigga, it's the ground or it's something hard. Nigga, that's it. It's very easy. I didn't know that was what bayonets for. I thought it was just for stabbing people and then twisting around and their guts fall out.
Me too. Also, or cutting cheese.
Oh, see, you haven't seen that movie.
Sometimes you have to make sandwiches when you're on the battlefield.
No,
I haven't seen that movie. Then they see a Julia Stiles type running through the forest.
She's pretty good, Julia Stiles.
For some reason, I just wanted to say Julia Stiles type.
I'll put that on Chloe.
You don't like Julia Stiles?
Julia Stiles is...
She's a good actress.
She's a great actress, but... That chick is pretty. She's from.
I'm gonna do from ours now.
Yeah. Oh shit, we can speak from. Oh shit, I didn't realize we can speak from.
This is our most international episode.
Yeah, we from France and Germany. And we can talk about Hades too.
A little bit later, yeah.
Yeah. And so she is running, and they see her. She sees him. She doesn't recognize the U.S. camouflage, U.S. fatigues. And she was like, "Run!" But did she see a nigga with a gun? And actually, seeing a nigga with a gun in Germany occupied France in 1932 should be like, "Oh my god, thank God, a nigga with a gun."
I thought you meant should she be alarmed by a nigga with a gun, or are you using nigga colloquially? Like,
no. I'm saying
you mean an actual nigga.
Yeah, she saw a nigga with a gun. That automatically like, oh my god, you're American.
True.
Yeah, because no niggas had guns back then. They hated Jews. The Nazis hated niggas too.
I thought she could have thought it was a German experiment.
No. She automatically like, wait, this nigga with gun around a bunch of white people. Oh god, thank God, Americans. Like she should. That's easy math, baby. And so she runs, and he was like, look here, bro. I ain't saying we gotta murder her, but she might give up her position. So black guy, show him why the Fuhrer was wrong about the master race.
He speaks to her in French, and he's like,
"Oh, that nigga ran the 4440."
He did use it
with a gun and a fucking full of explosives.
He did. He catches up to her and explains that look, you're not in any danger.
After she cuts it,
she definitely sliced him. What does he say to her? Like, take us back to your camp. He's like, oh wait. She explains that she's from a nearby town.
No. Okay,
she's from a nearby town.
She was like, wait. She was like, you're unafraid. He was like, oh, you speak French, nigga? And he was like, you're supposed to tell everybody that, bro. That might be helpful. And so the corporal was like, are you from town over there? And she was like, ask him. And like, you're from the town? And he was like, yeah. He's like, take us to the town. And they tow, and then they go on E14. They get burritos from a taco truck and everything like that.
Oh, they have the best burritos over there.
Yeah. That's East Oakland. All right. So they get to the thing, and they was like, look here, bro. Y'all can't be seen. We're, everything's good. So that's my house over there. And so they was like, well, hey, you know what? We're going to go up there and make sure this isn't a booby trap, like in Oregon.
But who do you live with? Tell us who you live with. Like, I live with my little brother and my aunt, but my aunt is sick, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be real cool, but y'all can't turn up the music real loud.
So they go up in there, and then the Germans spot. Well, no. A snitch sees her outside. She's like, "Oh no, I'm going inside. You know, I just had some fresh air." And she was like, "Nope, I'm calling the captain on you." So her neighbor, fucking
snitch, man. She blows the whistle.
Karen, fucking, I was kind of wrong in French.
He's like, you know, you can't be going outside. Fuhrer doesn't like that. She literally blows a whistle, and the Germans come.
Yeah, she got mad because last time she made baguettes in the local village cook-off, everybody was mad because she put raisins in her fucking baguettes, and they was like, "Hey, Caron, you don't put raisins in your baguette?"
Do you think everybody carries, like, everybody just has the baguette sticking out the bag over there?
Well, no, this is, hey, look here, bro. They didn't have those bags. This is 1932.
Oh yeah, right. They didn't have bags. They just carried they just had Lucy's.
Mm-hmm. No. They had the string. Or they stack them in the thing and put the string under there. Lucy's, nice. Lucy's. I'm pretty sure I'm right about the string though. They weren't worried about sanitation back then. Remember, everybody died at 50 anyway.
Hey, that was a grizzled life.
I wake up, drink my wine and cheese, and then I die at 50. But they lived in a village and it was crack, right?
So the town is riddled with German soldiers who were just taking people at night. Karen gets captured.
No, not Karen. Karen is
Chloe.
the white lady.
Chloe
Gets captured, and they all had that look in their eyes. But then the handsome German SS officer was like, "No, bro, what the fuck? She just has a rabbit in there," and she was like, "Oh, rabbits too? I know what that means." And he lets her go, and everything's good. There's also trenches in the middle of the street, like there was like war going on there.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but it was convenient for the plot, so the Ed boys could get away.
And so they go in the house, and they was like, "Well, you know, we got here, and let's do some stuff." Right?
It's like, well, Chloe got captured, but then she didn't get captured. She just lets him into her house. We meet her little brother, and her aunt is making some weird wheezing noises. I think she really needs an inhaler, but inhalers didn't exist back then.
No, them gas respirators.
Oh yeah, an iron lung.
So you have to quit smoking. She had them long baguettes. It's a cigarette.
Oh, okay. I get it.
You're really gonna talk to me about that. He's really gonna yell at me for that shit.
So basically, plot of the movie. They're like, okay, we're gonna have that in your house, and we'll use your house as a base, and we'll plan to storm the church from here.
We're planning an impossible fucking mission.
It's literally the most impossible plan in the world.
And this was a mission possible. Everybody knew they were gonna die, but everybody was cool. Like, this is the mission, and we're probably gonna die before anything blows up. But you know, we gotta try, right?
Those are the orders, and also they gave the movie a timestamp. Like, listen, we have to do it in 4 hours, which in movie time is about 1 hour.
Give or take 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Depends on what timer you're using.
Yeah.
So he sends out the cameraman and Italian guy out to do some recon.
They have to go to a rally point to see if any of the soldiers made it.
And so they go upstairs and everything's cool and shit like that. Something about baseball with our racist little brother thinks every American plays baseball.
Wouldn't that be nationalist?
No.
Okay, fine.
And so they're up in the ad hoc. It's French. And then there's a banging on the door, and then we see handsome German captain. He's not gonna be handsome after this.
He sure isn't.
Yeah.
He talks to Chloe for a while, and he thinks he hears something upstairs, and then we find out that he's a terrible German because he accepts sexual favors, because he threatens Chloe with taking her brother to experiment like he did on her aunt.
Let's not act like that's just simply a German thing. He's just a terrible soldier. Everybody did that.
Oh no, I'm just saying he's a German soldier, and I was saying German experiments, which is dropping breadcrumbs to like the plot of the movie.
Yeah, he was like, "We can take your aunt again," wink. Yeah, and so oh wait, before that happens, what's it? The black guy's name?
Ed. Ed and Chloe have like a bonding experience when she's tending to his wounds, and
she was a vet. Wink in the movie. It's gonna help.
And they become friends. They like exchange Nintendo friend codes, and they have a bonding experience. You know,
They have that look at each other like Ray and Finn do, but it's not gonna matriculate to anything because they're black and she's white.
Yeah, it's not gonna mean anything, but they're gonna drop breadcrumbs.
But then they're gonna throw an Asian girl in there, and then you guys are gonna hate her in the next movie.
I'm really glad you brought that up because that didn't mean anything. I'm like, don't waste my time with romantic interests. I shouldn't be this concerned about it, but I am.
I want to see that shit fucking flourish, man.
Listen, don't tease me with fake romantic interests.
Bro, y'all gave us that in 3 movies, and then that shit happens to something.
Look,
I want a mulatto Jedi.
Yeah, listen, it's supposed to be a hint in the first, then it grows a little. There's some tension of will they, won't they in the second, and then blossom in the third. This is how movies work.
And they're doing a love triangle in, and they got the poor Asian girl, yelled at on Twitter. Yeah. I mean, on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, she didn't deserve that.
Yeah. It wasn't just Asian because she blocked the romance. Like, she wrote that shit. Anyway.
But overall, I really like that movie.
Last Jedi?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. It was just a movie. I don't like middle movies.
I know how you feel about middle movies.
Shit don't happen.
Wait, will you like it when the third one comes out?
I mean, if shit happens. But again, Mark Hamill didn't really need it. Mark Hamill died of fucking being exhausted and disappeared and shit like that.
Doing stuff is exhausting.
Bro, he's like,
have you ever been tired?
Yes, I have tired all the goddamn time. I napped though. Like, you just die. Like, bro.
When you use your powers a lot, you die. That's the rule.
But like Jedi deaths, like main Jedi deaths, are so fucking anticlimactic. When fucking Obi-Wan died in the first movie, it's just like the nigga didn't even get he just disappeared in the cloak and shit like that.
The real violence doesn't exist. That's just what happened.
Like, no, but everybody else dies cool. Yoda's death was fucking trash. Yeah, Mark's death was fucking trash. Everybody that dies for the Force is just dies a terrible death. I mean, a really boring death.
I think it's a great movie.
All the Sith Lords die awesomely, bro.
You cut in half.
Yeah,
but he didn't really die though. So.
Who?
Darth.
Yeah, he died twice.
No, he's alive now.
What, in the third one? In the new one?
Spoiler for Han Solo inside of the Overlord review. In the end of Solo, they revealed Darth Maul is alive.
Darth Maul?
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to talk about Darth Maul. I said Vader. Thank you for spoiler for no reason.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The movie I was never going to see.
Yeah, you weren't going to see it anyway. But I didn't spoil it to be a dick. I apologize.
Yeah, that was the wrong one. Darth Vader died. Maul died. All great death. Every fucking general. The nigga that had the robot general.
Oh, fuck Grievous. You know what? We're gonna review those. I don't want to talk about it too much. We're gonna review those because I agreed to it, and it's gonna be fun.
The fucking Sith Lord that died in The Last Jedi died awesomely.
Grievous was such bullshit.
Not Grievous. The nigga with the scar on his face.
Sidious.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about in the new movie that died. When
Oh no, I like that. That was a good ass death.
Yeah, I'm saying all the Sith Lords died amazingly.
Oh, okay.
Jedi's, Knights, and Kings, or whatever they're fucking called, they die trash, bro. The Super Jedi's always die trash.
That's because their death isn't a good thing. We don't want to cheer it. You just gotta be like,
I want y'all to die with a no.
You just gotta be like,
Yeah, you just died, huh? And then y'all die as a disturbance in the Force, and y'all niggas die, but all y'all do is die like, yeah. Jedi, Sith Lord deaths are like those big farts that you are actually proud of, you let out in the movie theater. Like, yeah, no, nigga, I farted. That was me. Jedi deaths are like,
wow. I really want to get back to the movie now. All right. So, Overlord.
Hopefully that's running show me this glitch. I don't even know where we are. So, what I was saying was, Boyd goes and looks what the note wheezing was. She's like, it's my aunt. I told you she's fucking sick. Now she has a complex. I jumped right back in there.
Well, that was a good transition. Vic with the tomahawk dunk.
Didn't write that shit down either. Anyway, so
no, but she does say, "Get the fuck out of there." I invited you into my home, and you just go around opening and closing doors. I told you not to go in there.
What if she was fucking naked? She would have screamed and blew the whole thing over. God damn.
But she looks horrible. Like she's been in the bathtub for 6 months. She looks like a white raisin.
No, she looks like she's a leopard. And so, no, she had the spots all over. And so, somehow, Corporal and Boyd end up in the refrigerator, and then the Jimmins come in the door, and he's trying to she's like, man, not tonight, and like, just not tonight, you fucking horny bastard. And he was like, oh, you want me to take your brother and your aunt like I did last time? That's why your aunt looks like that? Movie? And she was like, oh, God, whatever. And then Boyd is like such a Boy Scout. He was like, not on my watch.
He's like, I can't do this. I have a heart. I won't kill a mouse, and I won't witness this. So they go to save her.
Yeah, he puts a gun to his head. And then Corporal's like, you just jeopardized the whole mission, even though the movie was pivotal that you did this.
Yeah, this is actually pivotal to the plot. You had to do it for us to move the plot forward. They knock him out in time up and bring him upstairs.
And then he says, all right, the other two aren't back, so Boyd, go get him. And this leads him on a whirlwind adventure through a haunted castle.
It's like Mario 3.
So he's creeping up on the thing.
He gets a red leaf, which enables him to fly as a raccoon.
One time he loved. Anyway.
I'm just saying that doesn't make any sense.
It's a game where a fat plumber can jump 5 times his height.
Raccoons also can't fly.
Okay, cool. That's what you know because you're not a real raccoon fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool animals. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I have East Oakland raccoons. Them niggas can fly.
The raccoons will.
You wanna know why? They believe they can fly.
The raccoons will inherit the earth.
Yeah, they will.
After we're gone.
They're gonna kill us. You seen Rocket? He's gonna come back in and just slay the world. And so, trash pans. So he stumbles on the front of the church, which is not a church, bro. It's got a whole fucking basement under it. They keep calling it a church.
I guess I don't know why they call it a church either. Maybe French churches look way different.
Yeah, they have tunnels and shit like that out to the sewers. But anyway,
is this the part where he gets into the back of the truck?
Yeah. Oh, he sees them burning the people.
Oh yeah, he sees that first. Yeah.
And then he runs, and then he gets chased by a dog. And again, 4-3-40.
Oh, he would have been great in that film.
Tom, somebody's coming for you. And we believe the running skills he has. Jumps in the back of the truck and the dead people and he gets spooked. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You done seen way too much today. Stop getting spooked.
Yeah, but these aren't regular dead bodies. Like the first body that which is my favorite movie trope, is like when you lay down and look to your right and get spooked. And he's like, oh shit, a dead body. But the dead body has like maul marks on it, so it's killed by a monster of some kind.
Which, again, amounts to nothing.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a mall mark. His face got shot off. For real, a lot of cheeks got exploded in this movie.
I appreciate the gore. Yeah. I really did. This movie is just.
It's dying gore, but it was very well seasoned. Maybe I could have used more Parmesan cheese, but I wasn't being a fat boy.
Yeah, it wasn't overly spiced either. I definitely appreciated it.
Yeah, it wasn't driven by it, but I could taste the Parmesan.
Yeah. You said when at a sensible time.
Yeah.
Because when they put.
No, it was when they bring it out to you and you see enough dressing.
Exactly. When they're cranking the handle for the more Parmesan cheese, I never want to say stop.
No.
I just get embarrassed.
I don't at all.
I'm like, can you get another chunk? This isn't enough.
I mean, this is the Olive Garden. The food is trash. But your Parmesan cheese is fire.
But but when you're at Olive Garden, you're a family.
No, we're not. Unless you're niggas. Moulignan. I just gave y'all Italian. I gave you German, Italian, and French.
I hope you open your passport for this episode.
Moulignan is eggplant. That's what they call black people.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Man, that just changed a lot of my friendships.
What you actually call that? Mouli. That's what the
I
word.
thought that was a term in German. No. I gotta make some phone calls.
So if you ever hear Mouli, comes from Moulignan. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it means eggplant in Italian. I had my Italian friend has racist grandparents.
Okay. I thought I was called a delicious treat.
Yeah. I mean, baked egg and fried eggplant is delicious, but that's not what they call it. Anyway.
So Ed is running from a Rottweiler with glowing eyes. I'm not sure if it's...
It wasn't a Rottweiler. It was a German Shepherd. Don't you put that evil on Rottweilers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the song The Rottweiler.
Good job. Don't you put that evil on Rottweilers.
Yeah,
that's good. You know, either you don't know the difference between a Rottweiler and a German Shepherd. That means you're ignorant and you didn't grow up in the hood. Or you tried to deface Rottweiler just for a joke. And that's not good. That is not good.
First of all, don't tell me that I don't know the difference betwixt dogs.
Then you did.
Betwixt, I said.
All right, that's cool. Oh, you know how to use the word betwixt? Let me write that down. I like to make a mental note when I find out you're not just a monkey nigger.
God damn it. You are a sensitive man.
Oh, no, I'm not sensitive, but I know how to use my sensitivity to fire. Anyway, so he runs away from the German Shepherd and jumps in the back of the truck. Again, 424 speed. All right, it's going to be different every time I quote the speed 40 times.
This is also one of my favorite tropes: is hiding out in the back of a truck and hoping.
Getting out the back of the truck, hiding out the back of the truck, and poking your head out just at the perfect right time to see. Like,
yeah, he did it. He did it all perfectly.
I thought he was gonna hang on the bottom of the back truck. That's also a good thing. Again, that's why your son got to build his upper body strength, because he might have to hang on the bottom of the truck hiding from German Nazis. Right?
No, I'm gonna take him to see this movie and say, "Son, listen, you gotta do this push-up now."
Exactly.
Because this could be you.
You could be hanging from the bottom of the truck.
I hope it's not.
It's over your dead body that you go to the war.
But I'm just preparing you for this eventuality. First of all, a mixed race boy has no place in the white man's army.
Somehow that joke needed to come out. Good job.
Hey, you set that one up.
Bam! Oh, we're having fun.
So he is behind enemy lines.
Uh-huh.
It's
another good movie I've never seen.
Man, we gotta do an Owen Wilson month.
I wouldn't be mad. I like Owen Wilson.
No,
hey guys.
Where do you see my Kung Pao chicken? We cannot do an Owen Wilson month.
We cannot do it.
No, please don't do that.
All right.
Maybe Shanghai Nights. I don't know.
Did you see that video of Gary Oldman yelling?
No.
I thought I sent you to. I'll show you it later.
I gotta see it though.
Yeah. Bro, I forgot the scene where he's yelling at the Mongoloids in Fifth Element. Oscar. Not 1 or 2 or 3. What the hell am I supposed to do with Empty Christ? Bro. Fire.
Oh, Gary Oldman is.
But and then he's doing that to a puppet or whatever. That shit. He's looking at that shit and he's acting that. Fire. Anyway.
So Ed is behind enemy lines in a super evil Nazi German camp with monsters.
Supernatural shit going on. And they gave us a reason why there's the serum works and shit. I'm like, no, again.
I'm like, movie, don't even try.
Calm the fuck down.
First of all, don't even try.
I'd rather you say movie soils than saying it was something in the fucking soil. Pump
like,
your brakes, guys.
They're like, first of all, the French didn't know how to harness
the tar.
The real power baguettes. I'm like, no. Just say fake movie science.
We believe the Germans were doing some creepy shit and they were part of the cult and they had a Tesseract, alright? We believe all this shit, alright?
But don't just say it was under the earth.
In tar. Again, you gonna have every... And we know what real tar is. That's another name for H.
Also, yep. I'm glad you said it. Also, it just looked like orange marmalade.
Mm-hmm. That thick shit, though.
Like Luke dancers.
Damn. Oh, it's the greatest hits.
Kind of put on the board.
And so
Ed is just creeping through the castle.
With creepy castle music.
I know he looks left and the ghost stops and doesn't come after him. But he's seen just like kind of like a house of horrors kind of situation. He's like screams off in the distance. He's hiding in the darkness and sees some German soldiers look into some prison holds and hears men screaming. And we think there's some like monster type experiments going on in there. He sees a severed head with like the spine sticking out. Talking, and it's like, kill me. And
that didn't scare him. Like the fucking my dead body scared him, gunshot scared him, a talking fucking spine, like, kill me.
He's like, that's pretty weird.
He's like, damn it. Whew. That's unsettling.
That's something.
So he sees his friend that he was talking on the plane with, and he was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is in your chest?" And then they was like, "Oh wait, hide, just hide behind the thing." And they see him stab a guy that looks like he was dead, and he comes back to life, and he's like, "This one is good. We'll take him." I like how they spoke in German the whole movie and said they were talking to people. But I didn't need subtitles for anything they were saying. It was like, in good. I know that shit.
It was movie appropriate.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, Ed has his trusty knife on him, but that would have made too much not sense. And he's like, all right, bro, I'm going to pull this shit out of you.
He's like, it's going to hurt a lot. I
wish
there was another way.
I wish I had a knife, and we could just do this later. Let me just do that.
Oh, also, he's wearing cargo pants, and after he's going to use the orange marmalade heroin, he's like, I better take this for later, because I'm going to need it for later in the movie.
Yeah, he's like, this looks like this movie. Push this movie along a little bit. Should I take 2? No, these are some big-ass needles.
I'm like, they don't have caps on them or anything. This is incredibly unsafe.
That's how you get AIDS. You just think about that joke. Was it offensive or not?
I was actually like, damn, is there a way I can counter this? I'm just gonna let it cook on its own.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you can make age jokes nowadays.
Yeah.
Like 20 years
No,
ago.
I think it's okay. I
You
wasn't
still
positive.
can't make those C jokes, though.
No. That's too soon.
Yeah.
We have to wait till it's a different time.
How was that? Fucking. So, the funny is, shout out to Sid. So, I'm helping Sid at football practice, and one of his kids, like, scratched his arm, and we didn't have that first K. And so I was like, bro, just rub some dirt in that shit, bro. And he's like, it'll stop the bleeding. He's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, bro, just rub some fucking dirt in if you're going to keep playing and stuff. Either you're going to sit down or you're going to keep playing and rub some dirt in. And he was like, Rick, is that sanitary? I'm like, nigga, you still about to play football. And you asked me, is that sanitary? And shit like that. Rub some goddamn dirt in it. So he stuffs it. I told him to dig up some dirt. He rubs it in it. The thing stops. But before, he bumps into me. It's like, there's hella blood on my arm. And I was like, now I can't say the joke. And then Sid goes, now he has AIDS. I'm sorry, anybody has AIDS. Anyway.
So Ed rips painfully a tube out of his friend.
Instead of just cutting it.
I guess he had to. There's a big metal needle in there.
Yeah, they would have got it out eventually,
Yeah.
but it's like, that would have saved a lot of time.
It looks way cooler for the movie purposes.
True.
He's like, listen, we're in a movie. I have to rip it out. It's gonna hurt a lot.
Exactly. You should have cauterized the knife too. That'd have been dope.
That's one of my favorite scenes in movies. Also,
Oh,
cauterizing wounds. It's fantastic. So they escape via the sewer system.
Yeah. Louder shit kicking out the other day. But that's what happens when you don't take your infrastructure. Your whole plans get foiled by a black guy and a guy with a hole in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Infrastructure. I mean, hey. You guys call it socialism, I call it fixing roads, alright? We all drive on roads.
Hey, I hate socialism in every form. I definitely don't want a socialist fire department, police force, road system, or library,
School.
or schools. I don't want it. None of it. Every form of socialism, evil.
National parks. I'm sorry. This is both of the don't say welfare, because the big W.
Oh no, that takes up all of our budget.
Yeah.
It's running the country.
Bro, have you ever seen the pie chart of actually?
I have, yeah.
It's
People need to Google it. Everybody does.
just because I can say like 1.3%, I don't feel it. When I show you the pie chart and military spending, you're like, oh.
I'm like, nigga, that's a lot of pie.
And if you do the Excel where you could actually indent the pie,
Oh man, if it's a 3-dimensional pie,
people like, wait, what? I mean, like, I think that would stop people from Republicans if I showed them that pie, or that Excel pie.
It would.
I was like, no, I've been lied to this whole time. I was like, oh wait, now racism over.
We gotta make that pie into a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We would change America tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Damn, if Feds are gonna come for us now. So Ed
That's how you get murdered, trying to bring poor people together.
Ed
Tom, bro.
No, this is just a comedy podcast. We're not trying to uplift or educate anyone.
Yeah.
We're just spitting pure ignorance here.
Yeah. Hey, but that off the dome ignorance.
Ed and his friend make it back to
Chloe's
Chloe's house. There we go.
And so Ed's hysterical for the 5th time in the movie, alright? But there was no movie slap.
There almost needed to be movie slap. But the film is very socially conscious. They're like, we can't have a corporal slap his black soldier. The optics.
So it was like, Chloe, slap him. I'm like, But then there's a white woman slapping him, and then she probably called the police on him. Alright, no, okay. Nobody can slap him. So anyway, he was like, look here, bro. It's a fun house full of horrors. They're doing experiments down there, and I think they're making super soldiers.
The
Corporal heard all this and was like, alright, we gotta stop this. He's like,
so what about did you see the radio jamming signal? Or?
But he believed everything he said, though, and I love that.
He did.
Yeah. He's like, well, actually, you know what? Nope, they did hear the Germans were doing funny shit in the basements.
Oh yeah, that was kind of a rumor at the time.
And they were, but I don't think they had the super soldiers made. I should see that other zombie movie about World War II. This one came out.
There was another one recently?
Maybe like a year ago, I forgot.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
Jay Boog will treat us.
Yeah, he knows.
He's our resident intern. He
J-
fact checks the show 2 days later.
J-Bug, would you mind looking this up for us? Shout out to Tito also. I think at this point they decide to interrogate the German general,
with brass knuckle knife,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Just make sure your punches, make your jabs are sharp.
Make sure they're spot on, or else you'll kill him accidentally.
Yeah. And so he was talking shit, and it was like, it was little not the time to be tough. You would have went through a lot less pain, but he gets stabbed by Chloe, and then he's like, well, we're about to give him some main justice. And he starts working him over with brass knuckles, and then Boyd is like, this isn't us. And this is a conversation I have with a lot of people all the time. It's like, sometimes we gotta be better than people, and then other people are like, nah, bro, fuck them people. They voted for this nigga.
And then Ed goes downstairs and he's like, listen, I can't watch this. I'm going to go talk to Chloe. And she's like, I don't even know who I am anymore.
Mm-hmm. Everybody was like, yeah. Then, of course, it works. And then he was like, well, there's about 40 people behind the doors, but they're all going to funnel out if something looks wrong.
Yeah. He gave up the goods. He's like, we're minding PlayStations down there. We're doing everything. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't believe it.
You're making amateur porn.
Every category.
Every category.
Hold on. All right, I'm good.
So they was like, all right, the plan's still the same. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna funnel them out. We're gonna shoot them up, and then we're gonna blow up the tower. But then it's like the daytime comes back, and they tell the one nigga they shouldn't have told to go get the nigga there. Are we there?
Hold on. I'm almost good.
I was gonna read it. Let's just say we're in the morning.
No, that was good, man. That was good.
Yeah.
We had some good volleys this episode.
We enjoyed this movie. This is what happens when we enjoy movies we watch.
I get what you're saying. Sometimes we should watch good movies.
Yeah. We thought this was gonna be a piece of shit.
We did.
Until we was like, wait, this movie's good. Let's just say we're in the morning.
Oh no! At this point, the cameraman for some reason goes up to cut down the German general, and he's of course he's.
Yeah, I'm saying they said the absolute word. They could have said Chloe, maybe even the child.
They should have said literally anyone else.
Definitely the aunt. She has super strength.
And he breaks free and shoots Chase in the chest, and I'm like, I was sad. I was super sad.
I was sad because I don't know who the hell he was, and I didn't realize until I walked a few steps. I was like, oh fuck, this fits. That nigga looks young. He ages well.
He does.
Yeah.
He's
you don't know who I'm talking about, so stop agreeing with me.
I don't call me out.
Yeah.
Listen. I want to sound smart sometimes. That's the only reason I wear glasses. These aren't prescription.
Like, Sarah knows who the fuck that was. You do not know, and you don't listen to me because I told you it was a good show. But I understand you're busy. Anyway, so it's the morning, and they send Fitz up there, and he gets perforated perfectly. But then he was like, that was a lucky shot because he heard line of sights, shit like that.
Yeah,
then he starts shooting wildly.
He sells a bag over his head, and Ed tackles him. But unfortunately, Chase, the cameraman, has already been shot in the chest
Twice.
And
he wasn't 50 Cent buff at the time, so
no,
he took them shots.
He sure did. He didn't take it in stride. Everybody kind of crowds around him, and it's kind of an emotional scene. He's like, "Get my camera, get my camera. All right, am I gonna be fine? You're gonna be fine, man. Just don't look at it.
Yeah.
It's only a flesh wound."
In the middle of your whole chest. And so then he dies, and everybody's sad because he had like 15 lines.
He did, maybe 16.
And then Boyd was like, "Man, this is where syringe says further movie alone." And he saw the syringe bring somebody back to life, and he was like, "Fuck it, what's the worst that could happen?" Oh, the worst? The exact worst? Yeah. So he puts it up, and Fitz comes back to life, and it's funny. He's like, "Man, I'm thirsty." Gets some water, crushes a fucking tin thing.
A canteen.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably made of stainless steel. Well, actually, probably stained steel. Probably the technology didn't exist.
I probably had lead in it too back then. Lead was.
It was lined with asbestos to keep it cold.
Yeah. Not what asbestos does.
Back then, they thought it would do it.
Lined with asbestos to make it flame retardant. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Retarded, flame retarded. That's what asbestos.
You're not supposed to use that word anymore.
Retarded. Yeah, I know. Good joke. You're not supposed to use asbestos anymore, but President Trump wants to bring it back. Oh, I caught him President Trump. Yeah, I got a dirty taste. Edit that.
It was an accident.
So Fitz starts getting up. Cameraman starts getting up, and he's like, "Oh man, I feel funny. Wait, my neck. I see my veins. Oh, you gave me that super H, nigga. What the fuck? Oh, and he just starts flipping out. You know.
And they're like, it's like German official. What the fuck is this serum? He's like, well, for 1,000-year war, we need 1,000-year soldiers.
And he was like, that was my line. Remember me?
He's like, hey,
drop that shit, right? Drop that shit, right? Oh, I missed the part where I get to talk about Hades. We're gonna run it back to the movie. She was like, when Chloe and Boy was bonding, she was like, where'd you learn English? She was like, oh yeah, I want to be in London to be a vet. Wink, that's going to come in the movie later because I can fix people. And then also, she was like, your French sounds funny. He was like, oh, I learned it from my grandma. She's from Haiti and then Louisiana, and that's where my French comes from.
I think they're implying that he's a descendant of the Cash Money Millionaires.
Ah, you mean the ancestor.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what their mottos are.
Yes. I don't want to say that one. I know a few other mottos. Do who you gotta do, shoot who you gotta shoot, screw who you gotta screw, and drink till you throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, he was from that bayou. Anyway, I didn't hear no accent at all.
So after Chase wakes up and he starts like his neck breaks backwards and his head hurts and he breaks his head against a beam, and his body starts contorting and it's pretty horrifying and cool.
I love how people have superpowers and they can break a whole fucking beam with like their head. When they punch somebody with full strength, nothing in anybody's body break.
You got to just toss them around so it doesn't really injure them.
He should be punching motherfuckers in their whole chest.
And they're like, well,
that would stop your heart. You get punched that hard.
I think you're trying to kill us, so we're gonna go ahead and perforate your body now. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't die. So Boyd just kind of turns his head into a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
He's seen zombie movies that haven't been out before.
Oh, he does. He definitely does. He knows what to do.
I know now. I just shoot something in the head if I'm trying to kill it. But I'm pretty sure that should have been common sense back then. Head go down.
It was World War II, man. We didn't know much.
They knew motherfuckers, if you get shot here, put pressure on and everything like that. So they knew how to treat bullet wounds and stuff like that. But I'm like, I shoot something in the body and it doesn't go down. The next thing is head. Anyway.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's cooler this way.
No, it doesn't. Headshots are the best.
No. The whole point of this movie was to show the power set of the zombies.
Mm-hmm. Slow regeneration. Mm-hmm. They kill him. What's down there?
Oh,
and then
the German general escapes because everybody was looking the other way.
Mm-hmm. Everybody,
literally everybody.
And he gets outside. There's a cool little shootout, but they didn't shoot anybody the one person that matters because of the movie. But they shot him in his cheek though. And
he takes the little brother, Chloe's little brother.
Uses him as a shield, like the scene from New Jack City. There you go.
On this show, we watch movies.
This is a movie review.
You know, this. Listen, this is what I mean about the Sam True thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I know you watch movies, but that was an impressive pull. That's what I'm
saying. No. I actually, anyway.
We'll talk about it later. Okay. Also, our episodes have continuity, so listen to this episode first.
Other episode first.
Okay, listen to the other episode first. Okay.
So you'll get them.
I'll put out a chart later.
So then, like, Corporal's like, man, your brother just got kidnapped because of us, and you've been helping us. Fuck your brother. So
it is like, listen, I know a way that we can get all the achievements and still achieve the regular mission. We can do all the side plots basically at the same time, and the movie will wrap up nicely. And the funny part is, like, they were always talking about, like, all-out frontal assault. Ed was a sneak plan that got you under the building into everywhere. And they was like, that would make the mission harder. I'm like, no, Ed plan, I've seen this movie, and Ed plan is way easier than what the fuck you guys are talking about. So let's go with Ed plan. And even the jerk Italian guy was like, hey, look here, Chief, we can do this, and, the Moulin John's right. The Moulie's right. Yeah, he's like, do you want to start the last third of the movie? And it's going to be super cool. He was like, look here, bro. Again, with the achievements, it's like, we can be 99% done, or we can be 100% done. Which one do you want to choose? Exactly. Don't you want to hear that bloop? Yeah. Cut back to the general getting back to the base, and we see that he's getting shot in the face. And the super stereotypical German scientist is like, no, we haven't tested on the live humans. And he injects himself with like 3 different vials. And then he becomes a supervillain that obviously is going to lead to a super boss fight later. I don't know how it was,
but it got there. And he took 2, and that's important. But yeah, eventually he was like, "Oh wait, I'm not even going evil. I'm just feeling buff, and my cheeks getting refixed and everything like that."
And he looks like Two-Face, like on steroids.
Mm-hmm. On H.
Super H.
Super H.
But
he's in the ground, baby.
He needs rehabilitation though, not prison time.
Now, boy, would it take it anyway.
So they have a super cool plane, but first they have to steal a military bike.
Mm-hmm. One of the sidecar bikes. So Chloe goes out and she shows like some ankle, and they're like, "Woo!" And they're like, "Oh, woo!"
Text every wolf stomp. So he chases her into the woods, unknowingly being led into a trap.
She again, everybody's 40 time was good. Laura Croft in the new Tomb Raider movie runs better than her, but I mean,
she's up there though.
Yeah. She actually runs fast, like the Laura Croft chick. I believe her running. Go ahead.
They capture the soldier on the bike, and the next scene is pretty cool because they tie him to the bike and send him through the front gate and put duct tape over his mouth.
And nobody's head was on a swivel.
No.
This nigga had duct tape on his mouth, and his hands were. The guy was like, "Nah." Oh wait, they haven't seen the movie before.
No, they haven't seen movies. Remember, it's believable here because movies don't really exist.
All right, fine, I'll take that. And so then they blow up, and then everybody's coming out the one funnel place. A side door. This whole movie's over.
Well, it's a church, so it only has one door.
A church with a tunnel. And so they're letting the choppers chop.
There's
fish and barrel.
There's the A team who's firing at the front of the church, and the B team, Boyd and the corporal,
and Chloe.
And Chloe are going into the underbelly of the church. So
yes. I think if they all went there, the mission would just happen.
Maybe at this they have to cause a distraction.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, they didn't want everybody, all 40, coming up at one time. All right, quiet. So Chloe breaks off looking for her brother. Corporal goes to the radio tower room to rig it with explosive, and Boyd goes to the experiment room to rig it with explosive.
Yeah, and the corporal's like, "Listen, the plot of the movie. There's only 17 minutes left, so you go save the sister and the brother, and do whatever shit you need to do to finish up the movie and get all the achievements."
But she runs into a German, and she was really with the shit. She's like, "Where's my brother? I don't know." Bang! Where's my brother? He's like, "Oh, right over here." And she can't. Those things weren't not lit for her to fall for that trick. But he's like, shows her the door, and it's like, yeah, she always got caught, but then she pops him, but she leaves the door open. Like, no, not me, baby.
I feel like I guess you're right. Movies don't exist yet, so she falls for the okie doke. But then luckily Boyd shows up.
Yeah, fucking gun butts his ass. This nigga can gun butt. I believe those shit.
You sure can. But then the cell door is left open, and it's revealed that a monster is inside. And they run for their lives.
Oh, they were running for the monster. Yeah. So he finds the brother, and she was like, "Get him out." And there was too much. But what about you in the last few parts of the movie? Like, I think it's wasted a little bit too much time.
Hey, I'm gonna get some more coffee. Do you want some?
But what about you? Like she was like, "Hey, get out here." And since I don't have to worry about y'all getting out, I'll probably do my job better. But what we really don't need is 2 minutes of you saying, "But what about you?" Because probably running out of time. Anyway, so her brother gets away, but a monster starts getting at her.
Oh yeah, the monster from the cell pulls her back in as they were about to escape from the same sewer system that Boyd escaped from earlier.
That they entered in, and then she's getting tossed around, but slightly because anyway.
And the monster looks like Deadpool from Wolverine Origins.
I'll give you that. She gives him to the head, and that monster's gone. Everybody gets their own mini boss battles.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's very satisfying. He Harlem shakes on the ground for a little bit, but then he gets back up, and he chases her around for a little bit.
And then she was like, "Whoa, fire, bad." So she really cool saying to her using a flamethrower, which I couldn't have figured out probably that fast. I'm just saying.
Oh, she read the manual.
It was a prompt.
I do like how she burned him like into a crisp. She didn't stop. She's like, "Wait a minute.
Oh, you're dead? No, you're not dead. This ain't my gas." Yeah, I ain't paying for this shit. And gas was a nickel back then.
Good point.
Mm-hmm. We was not running out, and it was not hurting the environment.
Meanwhile, Group A is having their own firefight because their brother had just escaped, and the character who was a jerk ends up saving the little brother, but ending up getting shot in the back.
But we knew he wasn't mortally wounded. It went right through.
Yeah, it was just a flesh wound.
That's not a flesh wound. That shit went through right through. This flesh wound went right through. I mean, it's lodged in there.
I don't know what that means. I thought it was just a movie term.
Like a grade, bro.
Oh, okay.
Or like it kicks up some meat.
I thought everyone was a flesh wound because that means when you get hit.
Nah, it just means it kicks up some meat.
Oh, okay.
It's a graze flesh wound, so like if it don't hit my bone or anything like that, flesh, right? Big ass hole. Sometimes bullets get lodged in there. If the bullet's small enough caliber, it doesn't break bones, so it like rattles around. And then if it goes entry exit wounds, that's going straight through. And then shit like that.
Do you think if one of us got shot, we would get more listeners?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll work. That's on my to-do list for next
week. Go ahead. I don't need that much listener. I'm having fun doing my show. So Corporal's in there and he's having a good time. He's strung up everything and nothing can possibly go wrong. He puts his timer in and then he turns around because his head was on a swivel.
Then we unleashed the super battle. Super boss fight because the German general super Nazi has revealed himself as the final boss fight.
And he puts that nigga on the hook. He's just I told you so, and he's like, oh yeah, remember what you said to me earlier? Punchline. Oh, remember you hung me up with a rope? I don't have a rope, but I do have these meat hooks for some reason.
It's time to be overconfident because I've won.
I am German.
And if I killed you now, the movie will be over. But I'm just gonna monologue because I'm a supervillain.
And then Boyd gets there and he gets thrown through a couple windows and shit like that. Oh wait, and then so while Boyd's getting his ass whooped because he's taking very long to kill everybody, Corporal does that one pull-up I'll be talking about that'll save your life. And he pulls it up and he was like, well, time to super soldier show him. I was like, I'll only be evil for a second and then I'm going to die from the world.
He really had a character arc because earlier he was kind of a jackass.
Nah, he was just about the mission, bro.
I guess you're right.
I mean, they probably would have died with his plan if they let Chloe get, But it was like,
Well, I guess maybe they needed both characters to really get the mission done. You're right. Okay.
So he takes super soldier, but he only takes one, so he's only half as powerful.
So he goes head to head with the German general, but with Boyd's help, he defeats him.
Yeah. So he's still getting washed by the German general because he took 2 needles instead of 1. And then he's still monologuing, and then he throws a gas canister at him. Anybody throws a gas canister at me, I'm running.
But he thought he's like, I'm above gas canisters.
Stupid.
That won't kill me.
And then Boyd, and I thought it would be a hard shot, but I just think, I know, didn't Mythbusters tell us that's the fake thing? But those are older gas canisters. Maybe they were explosible.
They're much more dangerous back then, and it was German, so.
Yeah. Nah, they built. No, they're Germany. Oh, no, German ingenuity. All right, look.
No. Germans not to fault their engineering.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that they didn't need to build them gunshot resistant because they respect the guns better in Germany.
All right.
I
need you to walk that back.
This wouldn't happen.
All right. I need you because I'm just saying we are a lot of things. We are very anti-Nazi. All right. But I'm just saying, don't you dare talk about German engineering.
You're right. My apologies.
God damn it.
Bumblebee was a fantastic transformer.
Oh. Have you ever driven a Mercedes?
Yeah.
Or a BMW?
Yeah. or a Volkswagen?
Or Volkswagen, bro.
A Wagen? Yeah. Don't even get me started on the Wagens.
Puppy brakes. All right, man. Chocolate. I know you wouldn't fuck with Belgian chocolate, but I'm just saying. And a hamburger. And actually, kraut. Oh, here's some shit you didn't know. Kraut is pickled whatever it is and shit like that. Sauerkraut. That's just pickled stuff like that. It's not German.
Kibosh?
Yeah, it's not German. It's Japanese. Japanese taught them how to do that. German just loved that shit so much that it became synonymous with Germany. Japanese taught people how to pickle shit. You dropping knowledge on you, motherfucker.
This is my new favorite episode.
Yeah, just learning about shit, you know. Hey, when you're
Chopper style.
when your countries are thousands of years old, you invented a lot of shit, bro. Thousands of them things. Thousands.
I'm putting this episode on my actual resume.
Yeah. Just let them know which one that you are and me are, because you don't want to get blamed for that.
Yeah. So Boyd shoots a gas canister and the room explodes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not quite explodes, but it explodes.
And he's like,
it explodes a little
10
bit.
feet away from
only
the thing.
only 10 feet.
And
Because Boyd is fine.
Not even a scratch. Whole explosion. All right, whatever.
Even though the whole room is lined with explosives,
Mm-hmm.
everything's fine.
Yeah. Okay, movie.
So basically, Boyd is like, all right, Corporal, ready to get out of here?
Mm-hmm.
And then he locks a gate behind him, and he's like,
although we've come to the end of the road, I can't let go. He's like, come on, just go with me. He's like, bro, this movie's over if you just go.
he's like, you're the lead character. You can just run away now.
And he's like, I have all this superpower, and I haven't gone crazy yet. But I really don't want to. Actually, he's right. He's like, we don't need super soldiers either, all right?
He's like,
We're good right now, but I mean, look what we still do to African Americans and Native Americans, all right? Imagine if we had this shit power. We do too much. We already out of control with colonialism and our, enslavement of people, bro. We can't have this superpower, all right? I don't trust us enough. He said all that.
It's a really good joke. I'm only angry that I didn't make it.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Yeah. Freestyle, baby. So Boyd sets up the last bomb, and then he runs through like the when you only had like 10 seconds left of Mario. It was just like, bro, that music is fucking giving me a complex, bro. Shit.
No,
don't speed music up.
There's definitely 50 seconds left in the game, and he has to run out before the world explodes, and he makes it out, and it's very satisfying.
Yeah. He gets it out and just done.
It looks
like smoke. And so that's the movie. He comes back, and I guess they had American whatever signal was playing American was fucking loud as fuck. And it was like, yeah, the signal's over. We're against the bombing on France.
Some colonels or generals, and he's like, well, was there anything happening down there, like any sort of like German super monsters that we should investigate?
And he's like, no. They give all credit to the white corporal. Yeah. And he kind of yelled at her, and he's like, why'd y'all go inside, goddammit? You had enough explosions to just blow up the whole thing. And I'm like, first of all, did you see that fucking structure, bro? It was all stone. We knew if we'd have went inside, it was like, he really was yelling at him for that thing. He was like, well, I'm glad you did it. Then why the fuck you asking that question like that, nigga? I'll slap you. He had a tone with him, bro, and I appreciate that shit. And then he was like, oh, you guys just, all four of you just took out 40 Germans and saved the war? We're going to put you right back in the fight and shit. No, nigga, I want to go home, bro.
That was pretty fucked up.
Bro, I want to go home. I don't want to do this shit anymore, bro. I did my shit. I won the war. Anyway.
So everything's fine and dandy. That Italian soldier didn't die. He's just patched up. The little kid is still there. And Chloe is working with the U.S. military now.
Yeah. And even though there was like some like, hey, they didn't need to explore it because we didn't have the whole fucking movie, right?
They're like, listen, we got to be under 2 hours. We don't have time for a romantic subplot.
Yeah, and he's like, if you were white, yeah, you could take her home, but you're black, and you're going back to America. And you probably should stay here because, I mean, you did just save France. You got a chick that's going to have a good job. You speak French, and you speak American, bro. You can teach.
That's why we like Hennessy.
Bro. And he's like, we like niggas out here, actually. We actually like niggas out here. I mean,
I know,
we still say silly shit under our breath, but
we're going to serve the soldiers the finest of cognacs. And that's why you'll like it today. Even though we don't like it personally.
No. Let me pump in your brakes. I don't like the cognac y'all niggas be drinking, be thinking that shit fine. That's cognac. Real cognac is $300.
Yeah, but Hennessy is garbage.
Yeah. Like Paradise and shit like that. I used to take Paradise, not the no. I've tasted the third one up. I haven't tasted the super rich shit with $300 bottle. I tasted that shit. Nigga, real cognac is real cognac, and even if I didn't like it, I'd still swirl that shit around, bro, because it's $300 and shit like that. That's BS. $30. That's cheap fucking cognac. That's my whole thing.
I understand. The movie also ends with a Nas song, so kudos.
Anyway, that shit was out of place.
I don't care. It was great. I loved the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to love it, but it was entertaining from beginning to end.
They turned the lights off, and I was on a date, and I didn't want to wait they turned the lights on, and I don't wanted to wait for an end credit, even though I didn't think there was going to be an end credit, but I could be safe because they might have been building a world.
Do you think they didn't go home because they were like, maybe sequel?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, they weren't just having one thing. And the other thing, you can go different places. They weren't just working with super shit. They were working with the cult and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd see an Overlord, dude.
I'd see a demon movie.
Why not?
Yeah. You gotta throw some more black people in there as cannon fodder, though. I'm just like,
Hey, bring Bokeem back.
just like,
Team Bokeem.
Yeah. He's like, the Germans aren't good shots. They got Stormtrooper aim. Alright.
You got anything else before we wrap up?
Never wrap it up. Shout out to Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Kamala Harris, Shannon Sharp, and Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have said go see this movie because it's a good mashup of several different genres, and I really appreciated the fucking.
And they got tropes in this bitch.
but enjoyable ass tropes. They use them well.
Bro, like,
it's like when they make the sandwich, they're like, all right, do you want tropes on this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the olive oil on the tropes?
Bro, we saw this trope, like, we saw this shit about to happen. We was like, wait.
And it's still surprising.
What? Y'all doing life is too good, and when I get home? Hey, and pulled it off, though.
It did. It was behind the back, through the legs.
No, you know what it was? It's when somebody
over a Kia.
It's when somebody actually takes off from the free throw line. Yes, Jordan did it, and it's a great thing, but still, if somebody takes off a free throw line, it's still a fucking spectacular dunk.
It is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you've seen it before.
Yeah.
It's still impressive.
Exactly. I can't do it.
Exactly.
All
right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Like us on Facebook. Visit us at allpodcastmatter.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and read my Zanga. You remember Zanga? It doesn't matter. It was like a journaling thing back. It was popular back in high school.
I thought you saw read your manga, and I was like, I don't think it's manga.
One day.
Just make one, baby.
Musical guest this episode is FoePound McGinnis. 2 up.